Alright, hello everyone and welcome to part 2, I believe. Let's get going. Oh, Costa Rica requires our assistance. Disaster as the otherwise quiet little nation of Costa Rica when the ZKG, don't want to read that, crashed hard on the Berlin Stock Exchange just a few weeks later, dragging the nation into a hole into which it will be unable to cover on its own. To save them from complete collapse, yeah, sure. I'll give them some assistance. Where is Costa Rica anyway? Costa Rica. Lately, there has been increased movement. Oh, this one is definitely one I'm going to want to read. Lately, there's been increased movement in the women's suffrage movement, which seeks to force the government to enfranchise women by giving them the right to vote and stand for elected office. In these troubled times for the empire, we must be careful in formulating a policy response liable to cause domestic tensions. Granting the suffragists what they ask would anger the more conservative elements of our government, particularly members of the Reichstag, a body currently elected solely by universal male suffrage. On the other hand, a stern refusal followed by reprisals may lead to further protests and riot, especially in the more liberal states, many of which already permit female voting in regional assemblies. Woman, know your limits. Oh, that'll get me some comments. Promise action but do nothing. It's a cause worth supporting. Awareness of the women's suffrage movement will increase greatly. Well, promise action. I don't think we're in an economic place to really do anything to shake things up and make people upset. I think we need to focus on the economy right now. We're gonna watch how long this stalls a while. With our economy in shambles after Black Monday, our colonial empire has been under fairly harsh scrutiny. The main territory that has been under examination is Crete. Crete is larger and harder to defend than Malta, and the upkeep is higher as well. Double their deficit has been proposed, yada yada yada, yada yada yada. Sure, you Greeks want Crete? Let's see what to research. Oh, definitely need to do those. Alright, so good they accepted. Oh, that's definitely too many. There we go. Oh. Yeah, I forgot. Alright, so we have to delete this. Apparently reset it. Polish military seizes control. Now hang on there, Poland. Don't do anything you'll regret. The Dachab is and it's approaching bankruptcy. Oh, long words I don't want to read. Railway was established in the early 20th century and linked Addis Ababa to... God help me. After a series of German-backed expansions, it is now used mainly to transport ore from the Congo Basin in Middle Africa. Because of the general economic downturn worldwide, ore is no longer being purchased at the rate it once was, resulting in fewer transports. The situation has now reached such a level that the railway itself is nearing bankruptcy. I could sell the railway or keep it running. I can always take the railway back, honestly. Like, let's be honest here. Once these problems are done, we could always Alright, we need to get you guys out of there. There we go. I have Oreos now instead of Milk Duds, so have fun listening to me eat that. I think you're going pretty well so far. I think everyone's dealing with Black Monday a bit too much to fight us. Alright, so Britain won syndicalist, France won syndicalist, and Italy went syndicalist, and no one went totalist. Ethnic conflict in Sri Lanka. Ceylon Island is settled by Ceylonese battlefors with Black Monday wreaking havoc on our economy and the disobedience from the native population becoming intolerable. Our presence on Ceylon, crucial for its supplies of rubber, is becoming increasingly perilous. Down those nationalists for wanting freedom. Why can't they just accept the boot? Das Boot. Das Boot. There it is. Good news is I'm pumping out new tanks. I don't like how stacked Austria's border with me is. Although, granted, they look like they're having a lot worse of a time than I am. Okay, this is almost done. About to lose some more stability. Invest program. Bulgaria has embargoed us. Word has reached us that the treacherous Bulgarians have, in the wake of the economic crisis, decided to maintain have a currently saw fit to embargo. Well, this is by no means a big loss, as Bulgarian-German relations have already cooled significantly following the Welt Creek. This does go to show how self-serving and heinous Bulgarians can truly be. Alright, so just some racism there. My roommate's actually Bulgarian. I really hope he didn't hear me say that. The world is really boring. How's the US going? New admirals. Wow, that is a multicolored little thing you got going there, Mr. Hoover. Yeah, that looks about right. That's Canada. There's King Edward. And William Birdwood. Followed by... Interesting. I guess I'll go ahead and read Wilhelm's bio. Wilhelm II von Hohenzollern, the father of the Reichsmacht, has ruled the German Empire for nearly 50 years. His reign has seen the rise of Germany to status of foremost world power and is considered to be the German Golden Age. Since the Weltkrieg, I believe is how I would pronounce that if I was actually German, Germany has eclipsed its rivals, and his drive to acquire a place in the sun has been fulfilled. Even if dark clouds loom over the horizon, Kaiser Wilhelm has the support of his people, his military, and the aristocracy which lord over both. Yeah, well then Black Monday happened. Also, we're still kind of got that quenched militarism type thing. The reason I went down this path, honestly, is because of this. To get Poland as my friend would be pretty nice, actually. And then I'll get the finished Black Monday reforms. I can deepen Polish ties. Yeah, I can do a lot of things. I can reform Mittel Europa. I can then also go over here. I can do women's suffrage, and then restore the Bundesrat. This is if I want to go down. If I want to go down the democracy path, this would be where I go. I don't know. Do I want democracy? This marks a point of no return. Due to his promise to secure Germany against threats both from the Democrats as well as the Junkers. However, now that he has his office, Schleicher has been restaffing important offices and making ties with, and some people whisper about a sinister plan to get the Junkers power after all. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Sounds like a coup. Oh god, it's paused. I was wondering why nothing was happening. I was getting bored there. Oh boy, I need some water. I found, like, I didn't drink water pretty much at all, but now that I'm in college, I feel really kind of weird drinking, like, 10 Cokes in a row and then nothing in between them, so. To be honest, I tend to do. I think the most I will do is I will do 2 sodas and then I will drink a water. Just because my mouth starts feeling weird. Oh, that's a war. That's one of my colonies, actually. Oh, finally, actually, I have a reason to do something. What? No. Yes, I'm going to request that I join your war. You better allow me to. Because I can't handle you losing my little colony. Good. Aha, I can finally show some warfare. Alright. Get ready, boys. You're going to war. Go kill the Vietnamese. There's no way. Oh, Ireland and Reichsbach? The Irish government has protested us in joining alliance. Doing so would give us both a base and a loyal ally next to Britain. Of course I'd accept Ireland. I love the Irish. Alright, so this looks good already so far. I mean, it's getting a little dicey. And also, the nearest port is up here. Oh god, the nearest port is a ways away. The nearest port is all the way up here in Hanoi. You could very easily split this line in 2 before I get there. Finally, the strategy aspect of this, where we have wars. Yep, they split the line in 2 before I could get there. I gotta be careful that I don't lose divisions because of that. Oh, here come my troops. Da 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 da. The German troops are arriving. Don't worry, my allies. You will not stand alone. War stimulates the economy. Due to the war, the industrial production across several sectors has skyrocketed, and the workforces endeavor to fulfill their patriotic duty. This has had a net positive effect on the economy by reducing the aftermath. It seems like the economy is finally showing some signs of life. Gee, it's like what got us out of the Great Depression. Which is a terrible thing to say, but it doesn't change how true it is. Yeah, also, my troops are significantly better trained than these Deutsch Ostensien troops. Yeah, they're these darn colonists think that they could win a war against me. Alright, let's see. Big plan, big plan. Push. Can I push into Stone 10? I can, absolutely. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll keep them preoccupied. I'll try and combine the lines, actually. Because if I can combine the lines, this will make a concentrated push significantly easier. Yep, there, we're about to take Stung Treng. Good, 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 good. Yeah, and they're having to panic to try and take it back. Actually, if we could cut them in twine. Entwine? Entwine. Yeah, like, I used the word correctly, I think. Concentrated industry. You can never have enough guns. What a very American sentiment I had there. Ooh, come on, take it. Oh, there's communist friends. Costa Rica requests a German garrison. Rising instability in the USA and nearby regimes in Central America have forced a small nation to come to us for aid. Reminding us of the strong times between living in their territory, they ask, well, this is short-term. We seek no quarrel with the USA. I think that's pretty accurate. I don't want to piss off the US. All right. Also, can I talk about how great this guy's hat is? Like, that is a great hat, sir. That's a beautiful hat. Alright, time to start pushing. Concentrated effort on all fronts. They're just filthy savages. We will restore our colonial empire. We will have no mercy. We'll have absolutely no mercy. Oh my god, we just blitzkrieged them. I just invented blitzkrieg for the German people. You're welcome, Internet. Yep, this was embarrassing. Glad I had this garrison stationed here, though, because I have almost no faith that my colony would have been able to do this well. But the Vietnam War, this ain't. How many kills? Oh my gosh, I almost inflicted, 2,000 casualties to almost 100. Jack Reed of the Combined Syndicates of America. Oh, that means... Oh, I'll let you guys see what that means. Oh, Poland, we'd like to approach you. I don't know why I turned Russian. I'm so used to every time I talk about Poland, I'm Russian.
Poland, we'd like to talk to you about ties. Every time I talk in the German accent, I make it sound like I'm a gay boy. Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, that's the way it happens. Alright, so we've won the war, boys! Because definitely, how many casualties total? 136,000 casualties with only 2,000 casualties on my own side. I feel like that's a win, boys and girls. Sure, I'll go ahead and figure out what new ships are. Ooh, this last guy putting up a fight. I like it. Alright, that should end the war. Yep. I'll give this to Deutsche Ostensia because granted they lost it in the first place, but you know, we're going back to Singapore now. If you need us again, just holler. Actually, to be honest, I don't know. I feel like if a war is to happen, these troops could be highly, highly useful, especially now that they actually have combat experience. So you know what? I invited Ireland to the Reichspakt. Go live in Ireland. Go hang out in Ireland. You'll be my UK force. Now I crumbled a cookie in my hands. I'm still required to eat all of it. Yesterday in the afternoon, the interim politician Heinrich von Brentano gave an impassioned speech of how the differences of the past must be laid aside in order to create a stronger European economic bloc that included even nations with which we have our differences. While not mentioned explicitly by name, it was obvious to most that he spoke of reconciling with our smaller neighbor Poland. Our relationship with Poland has been icy since the end of the Weltkrieg, and Polish nationalism has been a keen thorn in the Kaiser's side over the past 2 decades. Perhaps it is time to set aside our old animosity for the sake of the future. Only time will tell. Finish Black Monday reforms. Then I can focus on going to war. Basically, I think I just advocated for the European Union. Which is pretty funny because I'm kind of against the European Union, but we'll see what happens. A communique from the government of Ruthenia, King Waldemar I von Hohenzollern has requested more autonomy in their economic policy. They justify this both by claiming it will ease the burden of their still growing economy on their recovering German one, and it will make their own shaky government appear more legitimate. Sure, go ahead. Oh, you're about to claim Ukrainian land. Well, this will be interesting, watching 2 children fight. Oh, prohibit syndicalism. You're my favorite child, Ukraine. I'm sorry, Belorussia. I know that apparently we're brothers. Yeah, no, apparently we're brothers. Han von Schick died. Our Chief General Staff, Han von Schick, who has died today in Berlin. The hero of the intervention in China passed away peacefully into sleep. Our nation is mourning the loss of a true German hero, and all important dignitaries were in attendance at his funeral in Berlin. Afterwards, the chief of the army, August von Mackensen, could be seen whispering something to the Kaiser. I wonder what he is up to. Oh, sweet. I can now reform the military, apparently. I'm assuming it's over here. I have no idea. Austria just canceled the non-aggression pact. That's not something I want to read. At all. What do we want to learn? Paratroopers aren't really important. Learning some support companies wouldn't be bad. Artillery I'm all pretty much caught up on. Planes I'm still caught up on. That stuff I'm caught up on. Here's what I'm not caught up on. Alright. Why did Austria cancel their non-aggression pact with me, though, is my question. Oh, that field marshal, my field marshal died. No, sure, I can promote this man to be a field marshal. That's weird. lot of divisions. UK has a pretty decent amount. I've got a lot of divisions too, to be fair. France's economy, though, is not great. Then again, it took pretty much everything that they owned. Argentinian trade delegation. As one of our largest importing partners, the Stricken Republic of Argentina has reached out to our trade ministry, begging us to make an exception on the increased tariffs we impose. So, I can't risk them going to the Entente. Alright, then I should do organize the youth to get rid of quench militarism. Should I go democracy? I think that's something for the Emperor to decide at one point. Right now we need to get our economy back under control, though. Probably even need to... do we need to reform Middle Europa? Then we definitely need to get rid of quenched militarism, though. That stuff is killing us. Or is the T310 or something like that. I think I'm pretty good. I mean, I've got these carriers and stuff. I guess I'll get the advanced dreadnought. There it is. Finish Black Monday reforms. Huzzah! Huzzah! Organize the youth. Huzzah! We're going to war eventually. The Korean uprising. The Azure Hills will be bathed in blood. There it is. Republic of Korea declares war on Japan. I want to intervene. I mean, Japan's a very social conservative government. Although they're also social conservative. I have no beef in this fight. I'm going to leave out of it. I don't want to lose troops over in an Asian war that really has no bearing on my own power. Besides, if they beat each other black and blue, who am I to care? Well, great, game. Thank you for asking me specifically. The Korean people have risen against their opponent, wanting to finally break free for them. Send aid to the Koreans. Look, let's be blunt here. Japan can hate me. Elections of 1937. Today the German people will elect their representative to the Reichstag. The elections have been tightly fought and the results are awaited with much anticipation. The fate of several parties and, of course, the Kaiserreich itself could be decided today. If the Social Democrats manage to secure enough votes, the realist wing of the Social Liberal FVP will form a coalition with them. Another possibility would be a coalition of nearly all liberal and bourgeoisie parties, NLP, FVP, and Bavarian Splinter Party BVP, against the predominance of the DKB, led by the beloved Lion of Africa, Paul von Lettow-Vorbeck. Or the DKP could just continue their comfortable majority. So this would increase Social Democrat and Social Liberal. This would increase market liberals. And this would increase authoritarian Democrat. Let's read what market liberals believe. Yeah, can I not do that? Party leader is still... All of these are Wilhelm II, to be fair, as party leaders. Except for a couple. Let's have the lion roar. Under the Constitution of 1871, there is no formal government in the Kaiserreich. Instead, the Kaiser appoints a person who is liking to the position of Reichskanzler, who then fills the secretary. Even though the N won the most Reichstag posts in the elections, this does not mean the Kaiser has to even consider appointing a new chancellor. However, following... Okay, so I can do that, and the politics will change, and the NLP will become the ruling party. Demand concessions. Keep the current... Appoint him. Alright. I'm a market liberal country now. States. Does it tell me what market liberals believe? Market liberals see themselves as the mainstream liberal ideology. The main tenets of market liberalism are an unregulated free market and a democratic plutocratic political system. Market liberals believe that the free of the market, the free of the people, and they will staunchly defend the political and economic rights of the individual. Can't say I disagree with you, good sir. I made the right... Oh. Alright. I feel like I should read this because I'm American. To those not in the know, it might seem like the crisis in the United States came out of nowhere, but experts agree that this was a civil war years in the making. Since the collapse of the New York Stock Exchange in 1925, the economy of the United States has been sluggish and mired in deep recession. Now the United States has collapsed into an all-out civil war between the supporters of the federal government, the combined syndicates of America, and the right-wing American Union State. Volunteers are pouring in around the world to support one faction or another, while some characterizing the bitter ideological conflict as simply part of a wider global clash of ideas. Alright. Let's go look at America. Oh god. Alright, okay, Canada took New England. This does not look good. I don't know. Who should I help in this war? I can send volunteers to whoever I want. So they're market liberals. They're the Republican Party. They share our ideology. Are also California. Don't know how I feel about that. They're paternal autocrats. They used to share our ideology. They're authority and democracy. They're also kind of racist. They're syndicalists. I don't think I can support syndicalists. My heart tells me MacArthur. Well, I'll send 4 divisions. I'll send the best divisions I have. Which are just... do I not have... Do I have any good, like, death divisions anywhere else? There it is. I wanted that one. Alright, now we'll send them under Wilhelm Ritter von Lieb. Send volunteers. Let us send 4. Alright. The American Civil War has begun. In an effort to better prepare the southern border against the syndicalist threat, the government has requested that we loosen some of the military, which would allow them to better guard. Absolutely. Why on earth would I not do that? New England has joined the Entente. Democracy prevails in the Philippines. That's alright. I have no idea if the Philippines is a good game or not. I don't think it is. But I don't know. Costa Rica requests our protection, horrified by the civil war in the United States. The small nation looks in fear to its eastern and northern borders, waiting for an attack now that its protector is at war, and has requested we openly express our desire to keep... Absolutely. I'll guarantee Costa Rica, now that the U.S. wouldn't hate me for it. So I want to say the easiest of these factions to win with are the combined syndicates. I think they updated it recently, so that... I think they updated it recently that really no country is hard. No faction is hard to win with. Alright. My problem is, I want to send these volunteers to the Pacific States of America so that I can very specifically free up a ton of divisions that would be sent to fight over there. I think that's what I might do. I think that might be my best. Although, for some reason, I spawned in Washington. Alright, I guess I don't get the option. Good news is, New England has been, like, kicked out of this war. So it'll be significantly easier to do things like this. Bad news is, this is absolutely a pincer that I'm stuck in right here. This is one of the worst places my troops could have popped up in. Erich von Ludendorff died. I didn't read that, I just realized. Alright, time to go take... I think my best bet is to take Philadelphia. But... oh, I can pick... support the USA. Sure. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. Tune in next time and you'll watch German troops go die in American soil. That's weird to say out loud. See you then.